in advance. Similarly, mine closure, it is under the dynamic leadership of Secretary to Government of India, Amritlal Meena Saab. He is focusing on mine closure, and every meeting we are also preparing how to best, once we close the mines in a systematically and scientific manner, and after that just transition, how the reskilling of that area, repurposing of the land, and other economy, how can we take care of that? Unless we close the mines in a scientific way and bring back that land, some of the companies in SCCL, Bisrampur area, one 10-hectare area, there is a boating and a revolving restaurant in the 10-hectare area, there is created by Bisrampur area. Similarly, Neyveli and other coal companies like Singareni, where this deer park and other effective use of land restoration is there. So we have to focus how best we have to give the land restored post-mining activities. And just transition, as we all know, our targets of 2030, 50% of the renewable energy, we have to meet the targets. Similarly, our carbon emission intensity also we have to reduce by 50%. Based on these 2005 levels and Panchamrit, everything is in targets are set. Only we have to practice, we have to plan meticulously, and I am sure with the years to come, Indian mining industry, metallurgical industry, we will take the advantage of this technology and advancements of this 5G technology. We will be not behind with any advanced countries. So I am sure that with the efforts of MGMI, I thank the President MGMI and Mr. Talpatra and all the past presidents, MGMI, council members MGMI, who are guiding the present team and who are taking this industry in future years. Thank you.
Part of extensive mineral exploration work in Saurashtra and other areas of Gujarat in commodities like limestone, gold, base metal, platinum group elements and bauxite. With a round of applause, we would now like to invite Dr. Janardhan Mishra, Director General, Geological Survey of India, for his address.
Respected Sri Amritlal Meena ji, Secretary Government of India, dignitary of the dais, my colleagues, seniors and friends. I feel deeply honored to join the most distinguished geoscientists, professionals and industry leaders, lawmakers and administrators from India and abroad who have kindly graced the occasion in the Congress. And I take the opportunity to remind the audience that Geological Survey of India started its illustrious journey in 1851 as a small survey organization under the Indian geoscientists. Over a long time, GSI grown into the premier National Institute of Geoscience Investigation Research in India. With the huge knowledge base, enormous legacy data, large infrastructure supports, highly qualified human resources and pan-India presence, GSI has been making invaluable contribution to the growth of the Indian economy. Presently, it's skewed about thousands of projects across the country under the different missions each year, with the major emphasis on the mineral exploration, with the green energy and low carbon emission initiative of the Government of India, as well as long-term national goal of the Atmanirbhar Bharat in view. GSI is putting maximum priority on exploration of the strategic, critical and precious mineral to augment the scarce resources of the country. The Government of India, though major reforms and rationalization in the last few years, had greatly helped the mining and exploration sector, which may witness considerable growth of job and creation in the future. After enactment of the MMDR Act Amendment 2015, GSI has handed over 194 G2 and G3 stage exploration during minerals exploration reports and 287 geological memorandum of RE, lithium, gold, graphite, PG, vanadium, titanium, etc. to the different state government for national geophysical mapping and national aero geophysical mapping program through different usage of the geophysical techniques. I will also remind the August House that we have completed the NGCM, National Geochemical Program of whole India except Thar Desert and Indo-Gangetic. This outcome of this report is helping us in formulating the critical mineral, especially in battery mineral like lithium, cobalt, nickel and copper. I sincerely hope that wonderful deliberation and exhibition in this occasion will go a long way in bringing out meaningful solutions and best use the sustainable growth of the mining industry in the country, at the same time minimize the damage of the forest and environment. Additionally, the intellectuals conglomeration of the industry leaders at the Asian Mining Congress and display of the latest equipment at the concurrent IME and ISME exhibitions should provide an exciting business and learning platform of the mining industry. I perceive the people's life without disrupting the harmony between man and nature. It would be our collective responsibility to take up this challenging task of energizing the economy, at the same time utilizing the natural resources in the sustainable development based on the science, technology and innovations. I congratulate the organizer once again and wish all the very best for a remarkable success in the Mining Congress and exhibition. Thank you very much.
Self-dependence in coal, a reality. I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted and behold, service was joy. With these words of Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore, I feel privileged to welcome for his address our guest of honor, Shri Amrit Lal Meena, Secretary to the Government of India, Ministry of Coal. With a big round of applause, let us welcome sir.
Respected Dr. Janardhan Prasad ji, DG Geological Survey of India, Sri PM Prasad, Chairman Coal India Limited, dignitaries on the dais, Ms. Rowan Ainsworth, Consul General, Australian Consulate, Sri Bhola Singh ji, Dr. B. Veera Reddy ji, Manoj ji, CMD Nibali Corporation Sri Prasanna Kumar ji, all esteemed guests present here today in the inaugural program of 10th Asian Mining Congress. First of all, I would like to compliment MGMI for having organized 10th Asian Mining Congress in Kolkata under the chairmanship of Sri B. Veera Reddy ji. I am also happy to note that MGMI since 2006 has organized 10th version, and on regular interval they are organizing Asian Mining Congress. This kind of events provides a forum for both the industry and also the users to interact and learn from each other's experience. I wish that this conference, as have been organized today, meets to the objectives set forth for this event. This global transformation. It is extremely important subject in the changing situations where the environmental sustainability has become very, very important for the mining and the energy sector. So I congratulate the entire team of Coal India Limited, Nibali Lignite, and people from the captive and commercial mining segment for their outstanding contribution to the energy security of the nation. In fact, the huge opening balance as on 1/4/23, both at the end of mine and at the end of thermal power plant, about 125 million ton, has given us lot of comfort, because of which, despite enormously high power demand, the shortage of coal has not been felt. You know, in August, September and October, the growth of power is about 19% higher. Requirement of power is 19% higher.